I started my YouTube channel from scratch to grow my business and build my audience. And when I tell you that YouTube has paid off more than tenfold when it comes to my business, I'm not over exaggerating. Because even with what some would consider a small YouTube channel at under 50,000 subscribers as I record this, dang, it's profitable. And I'm not talking about making money from YouTube. I'm talking about using this platform as a way to build a community that allows me to make money in my business. In fact, last year alone, we made just about $500,000 in revenue. And the sole platform that I focused on was YouTube. And when I saw so many of my fellow entrepreneur friends really grapple with the Facebook ad issue crash of 2021, I didn't really see any effects because I have such a small strategy based in Facebook ads that it didn't even affect my numbers. Because of YouTube, I've been asked to speak on podcasts. I've been asked to speak on stages. I've had brands reach out to do brand deals with me, all because of showing up here on YouTube. So I thought today I would share with you the 3 P's to starting a YouTube channel from scratch. And if you already have a YouTube channel, these 3 P's are going to give you some insight and ideas on how you can grow your YouTube channel to that next level. Whether that's hitting your first 1,000, whether that's hitting your first 10K, or finally getting to 100,000 subscribers. These 3 P's work for just getting started and for those wanting to grow. Oh, and make sure you stay to the end because I'm gonna go through this rapid fire of pro tips that I couldn't really fit into a category, but I think are really important if you're getting started on YouTube or if you're wanting to grow your YouTube channel. Before I jump into the first P, I wanna talk about kind of like setting up your YouTube channel. Now, I'm not gonna get into the details here on like how to go to Google and set up a YouTube channel and all of that. I'm just gonna touch on the basics because I've got many YouTube videos that already dive into this. And if you got any questions about those, I will link them in the description box, like how to create a YouTube channel, how to organize your channel homepage, create a channel banner, all of those things I will have linked in the description box below. One of the first things that I get asked about starting a YouTube channel is what should my channel name be? And there are a couple different directions that you can take this. My best advice is to do what feels good for you. When I got started with my YouTube channel, I didn't want people Googling me from like high school and finding my YouTube channel. So instead of it just being my name, which I wish I would have done, it was Tips with Trina. Not that creative that people couldn't find me, but I wish it was just my name because I'm the person showing up here on my videos and I am the brand. Trina is the brand here. So if you are going to be the brand, like think out in 5 years. I say 5 because I can't think past that, but think in 5 years, do you want to be the face still of your YouTube channel? Or could you be creating a business behind your YouTube channel? So look at channels like Think Media, right? Sean has now people coming in and recording those videos. He couldn't have done that if his channel was Sean Cannell because he's not necessarily the face of Think Media. He started as it, but he's brought in people who can be Think Media without needing to have his name. So that's something that you want to think about. Also, if you already have a business set up and a foundation for that business, you could totally make that channel your business name so that Google can start associating that YouTube channel with all your business stuff out there. So if people Google your business name, they find your YouTube channel. So that's really the best advice I have when it comes to a channel name. It can be your name, it can be your business name, but I think those are kind of the 2 best options, especially for business owners when getting started on YouTube. The other things I want to talk about here in kind of the setup phase is what your YouTube looks like from the outside world, because first impressions do mean a lot. So once you have a YouTube channel started, you definitely want to have a channel banner. I'm going to tell you, Canva has a lot of great templates already ready to go for you when it comes to channel banners. Some things to make sure you include on your channel banner. I would highly recommend a photo of yourself. You need people to have somebody to connect with. Have your name or whatever your channel name is going to be. Have your value proposition. So when somebody comes to your channel, what is the value they are going to get out of your channel? Look, they're not gonna dig around to try to figure it out. You've really gotta slap it in their face so that they can decide, oh, I wanna keep learning about this channel. I wanna keep scrolling down and learn more about this channel. That's probably not for me, and move on. Because you do want to make sure those people that aren't right for your channel, move on. We want to focus on the people that you're creating content for. This can change as well. You don't need to commit to a value proposition 100%. Mine has evolved and changed throughout the past 6 years. Right now, our value proposition kind of ties into creating consistent content that makes you money. I've started with YouTube, like YouTube tips to grow a YouTube channel. So this is just proof that you can tweak and evolve this, but you need to have some kind of idea of what the value of your channel is going to be for somebody that's just finding your channel and slap that on your channel banner. You also want to have what is going to be your publishing day, or how frequently are you going to be uploading videos. People don't want to subscribe to a channel that's dead, right? If they find a channel, they want to know when they are creating content. We're going to talk more about your upload schedule later on in the third P, but once you figure that out, it's great to have on your channel banner as well. Moving on to kind of your homepage here, if you move over to the About section, you want to have that filled out. You want to have just, a blurb here, again, reiterating the value they can expect from your channel and what kind of content you're going to be creating. If you can add keywords or like SEO stuff here, this will help YouTube figure out where to place your videos or who to recommend your content for. But you don't just want to shove it full of keywords. You want to be talking about really the content that you're going to be talking about and making sure it's hitting on keywords that people would be searching. In the About section, you can also add links that show up on your channel banner. So this is a great place if you have other platforms that you are building, like Instagram or Pinterest or a Facebook page. If you have a free lead magnet or an opt-in, you can put this here as well. I want to show you real quickly channel settings, because I do think this is an important thing to have set up when you are starting a YouTube channel. And if you haven't set this up yet, make sure you watch. Future Trina recording on the back end of this setting. So to get to your YouTube settings, you're going to come here, down here in the corner, this little cogwheel that says settings. And what we're going to do, you can change your default units to $. Here is where you can add any keywords. Like, these should be very general. Just don't overthink it. Just things that describe your YouTube channel. I don't really think you need to get into advanced settings. What I would do here is, if your channel is not meant for children, make sure you have it clicked as no. If you can't upload custom thumbnails, you're going to need to go here and make sure you have all of these enabled to ensure that you can have videos longer than 15 minutes. Make sure you can have all of these things. That's where that's going to be. Next is upload defaults. And this is where you can add things in your description box every single video. So you don't have to retype the same things over and over. So maybe this is a call to action to your lead magnet. Maybe this is some videos you want people to watch. Maybe this is where you want to send people to. So that's on every single video. You also want to make sure you have your visibility default set as private. That way your video will never actually go live until you physically set it live, because you're going to want to add the title, end screens, and all of that as well, so you can make sure that your visibility is always private. There's nothing really here I want to cover in permissions. Community is where you can block people. You can actually block words as well if you're worried about comments. And if you feel more comfortable not having comments, you can actually disable all comments right here as well. So those are some of the main settings you want to look at with your YouTube channel. There are some customization settings that you can look at as well. So if you come here into customization, things that you can do is have a featured video right here. It says channel trailer, but I recommend having a video that either gets people to the end of the video, or a video that tends to convert viewers into subscribers. This is where you can start to customize your homepage. This is where you can add branding. So your picture, you can add that, your channel banner. You can add a watermark here as well. So, down in the little corner, those graphics, that's where you can add this. And this is your basic info. This is where you're going to add your About section information. This is where you can add links. This is where you can also change your channel URL if you want to. And then here's the different links that you can add. So, your YouTube, this is my YouTube handbook. This is my opt-in, my Instagram, my Facebook group. It's all listed right here. And then it shows up on my channel banner. So if we go to my channel real quick, you can see all of these links are listed right here. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here before we jump into the first P of starting a YouTube channel and growing it is expectations and being realistic. Look, publishing one video a week on YouTube is not going to be some secret recipe to success on YouTube. You need to realize you need to be consistent on YouTube. And you need to realize that you've actually got to put time into YouTube for it to grow. Like, all these 3 Ps that I'm going to talk about take time. And you need to take that time if you want to get results from YouTube, like I have. Building up to 50,000 subscribers that have allowed me to create $500,000 in my business. I spend anywhere between 2 to 4 hours a week with my YouTube stuff, whether that's planning videos, whether that's recording videos, whether that's looking at my analytics and shifting the way I want to create content or shifting the direction of a video. You have to put this work into YouTube if you want to see results. So I need you to set realistic expectations here that you can't just put a video up every single week and expect some kind of magic to happen. There is work that goes into this, and the channels that you do see growing are doing this work. So let's hit that first P to starting a YouTube channel, and that is picking videos, because we've already set the channel up, right? Now it's time to pick videos. During this beginner phase, during this picking your videos, you really want to get out like 10 to 20 videos as quickly as possible. I'm not saying you need to post 10 videos in 10 days, but I'm saying the more you can create YouTube videos here, the quicker you're going to lower that learning curve, I want to say. So the more you do it, the more you figure out how to do it better, how to streamline it, how to edit faster, how to upload faster, right? You're going to streamline your process a lot quicker by getting up 10 to 20 videos as quick as possible. You're also going to have a lot of data coming in from YouTube, because the more content you put up there, the more opportunity for people to find your videos, to watch your videos, and the more data you're going to get from YouTube to figure out the best strategy moving forward. Because I want you to understand, you can't build like this strong YouTube strategy without any kind of data. You need this data to then build your YouTube strategy. So what do you make these 10 to 20 videos about? Well, the very first thing you need to think about here in P1, the planning your video phase, is who are you creating videos for? Now, if you already have a business, you probably already have a clear target audience. And those of you that are like, well, I have a lot of different passions, I want to talk about a lot of different things, do I need multiple YouTube channels? I prefer to not do multiple YouTube channels. What I would suggest is for you to think about how you can have a through line between those multiple passions that you have. So for example, my target audience is you watching. You're probably a business owner, or you're just getting started with your business, or you're wanting to scale your business, right? And you want to use YouTube to do it, or you are using YouTube to do it, and you need to get more traffic from YouTube. So I can talk about YouTube content till the cows come home, right? But I can also talk about content planning and how I plan my schedule so that I can get this all in my week. How I then take these YouTube videos and get people into my business, and how I built a business, how I built an agency, how I've created a course, because you that are watching are interested in all of these pieces of content. Now, if I went and did some type of video about how I organized my garage, or how I, cleaned out my refrigerator, probably not something you're here to watch. So that would obviously not fit. So I challenge you to think about all of the ideas that you have. Is there a type of person that would want to watch all of that content? Because so many times here on YouTube, we hear people talking about niching down. And I think the wrong way to niche down is to niche on a topic. I did this. I niched down to like how-to YouTube videos. And while it allowed me to still grow my channel, I do think it stunted my growth, because I just focused on one particular topic and my audience got burnt out. My audience retention dropped. People stopped watching my videos because they could tell that I wasn't passionate. So when you're thinking about niching, and I have an entire video on niching that really dives into this and gives you examples that you could watch next, I'll link it up here. But I talk about niching to a particular target audience, because this allows you to broaden the things you are talking about. You're not going to be fit into this YouTube box about only talking about how to YouTube, or Canva, just talking about how to do Canva, or just talking about how to do Squarespace, right? If you can break your content down into like 3 content buckets, like I said, for me, content creation, like content calendar, YouTube tips, and like business strategy, I know my audience that I'm targeting here on YouTube is interested in all 3, because they're doing all 3. And that allows me to fluctuate the content that I'm talking about and not have to keep hitting on the same topic over and over again. So then once you know your person, you want to keep these first couple videos really easy for you to do, because I'm gonna tell you, these first couple of videos, they're gonna be cringy. You can look at my first couple of videos, they're totally cringy and I leave them up for you to see that. But the reason why I'm saying 10 to 20 videos is because they do get less cringier. You do start to find your rhythm and your vibe here on video, but you won't get there fast without doing it. So here are some video ideas that you could get started with. You could start with a video on why you're starting a YouTube channel. You could do a video about your favorite things in relation to your target audience. Like, why does your target audience want to know that? You could do reviews. Again, thinking about reviews that your target audience would be interested in. If you're a business owner, you probably already have like some blogs or some social media content or some podcast episodes. Which ones did really well for you, right? Which ones are performing really well or people were really interested in? Turn that into videos. What are some common, frequently asked questions that you get? Turn that into videos. You should probably have at least a list, I would say, of 5 to 10 videos by now, so that's where you're gonna get started. Just pick one and get started, and then move to the second one. You don't really need any clear strategy on what to be first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. You just need to get out like these 10 to 20 videos, all right? Just 10 to 20 videos, whatever they need to be. You start feeling your way on video, you start creating your process. That's the key in P1. I do have another extra tip here for P1, and I'm gonna tell you that it is to watch YouTube videos and to watch channels who are talking to your target audience. Now, you're not gonna copy these people, but you wanna go to their channels and look at their most popular videos. What are those topics? This is a process that I teach inside a Video Strategy Academy called piggybacking. So you're gonna go to their channel, you're gonna see what are their most popular videos, what are those topics. I would suggest watching those videos, but try not to compare yourself to those people because they're probably multiple steps ahead of you, and that's totally fine. But what I want you to look at is how they're structuring their video. How are they delivering their content? That can allow you to kind of see what your audience is enjoying right now on YouTube and figure out how to make it work for you and your style. But don't compare yourself. Moving into P2, and that is planning your videos. One of the biggest things that people get wrong here when they're starting a YouTube channel is putting content up on YouTube and then trying to figure out the title and the thumbnail. I recommend 100% of the time to have an idea what your title and your thumbnail is going to be before you even start in figuring out what you're going to put, what you're going to say in that video. Because you need to make sure your title and your thumbnail, A, gets people to click on it, because it doesn't matter how good your video is if people aren't gonna click on it. And then B, you need to make sure you open that video in a way that continues the story you started telling in the title and the thumbnail. Because audience retention is key on YouTube. And the biggest dip you're usually gonna see on your videos is the first 10 seconds. The best way to avoid that drop in the first 10 seconds is to make sure you're reiterating in those first 10 seconds why they came to this video. So if you know what the title and the thumbnail is going to be, you can support that in the first 5 to 10 seconds. So your viewer is like, okay, yeah, this is why I clicked on it. I'm gonna keep watching. So then once you have your title and your thumbnail and you're ready to figure out what you're gonna say in your videos, I like to create a video game plan. I don't like to call it a script. I like to call it a video game plan. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel because I am going to be releasing the exact video plan framework that I have next week. Like, you're gonna see behind the scenes of exactly how I plan every single video, how we plan all of our agency clients' videos as well, because it's important not to have a script. It's important to have this video game plan, because it's going to cut down the amount of time it takes you to film a video, which is then gonna cut down the amount of time it takes you to edit the video. So I didn't wanna go into detail specifically here about the video game plan because I wanted to do an entire video on it. So make sure you are subscribed for that video that is coming up. So once you have your video plan, you have your video game plan, the next question I usually get is, how many videos a week should I be planning for, Trina? My advice is to never burn out over YouTube. I do not want YouTube to burn you out because it is a beast. But here's how I will explain the best way to pick how often that you're going to publish on YouTube. Remember I talked about those 10 to 20 videos that you need to get out? Well, you're going to get through those videos a lot faster if you are publishing 2 videos a week, meaning, again, you're going to lessen that learning curve, you're gonna get better on video, you're gonna create better videos that are gonna reach more people. So if you can commit to 2 videos a week, that also gets you double the amount of content out on YouTube that people could find and and grow your channel. But I never think that you should sacrifice your well-being, your mental health, your time with your family to do 2 videos a week. I did 1 video a week for years, and this is my 6th year on YouTube, and we've just upped it to 2 videos a week. And so while getting 2 videos out a week could speed up the process to growing your YouTube channel, the ultimate decision on how frequently you should post on YouTube is going to be up to you. The key here in posting though is every single time you publish a video is to figure out how you can make it 1% better. Okay, just 1%. Maybe your first video, you just get that video up and you don't even edit it. Then that next video you get up and maybe you do a fancy thumbnail. And then that third video you get up and you got that fancy thumbnail, and then you start editing your videos a little bit. And then that third video, then the next video you get up, maybe you add some sound effects. But just figuring out how to make each video 1% better than trying to figure it all out on that very first video, because that, my friend, is going to make you burn out and make you not want to do YouTube when you're trying to do everything you need to do for a YouTube video in one video. You need to take steps to getting your video to higher quality. I'm never gonna say perfect because perfect doesn't exist. So don't ever wait until your video is perfect to get it out on YouTube, because it's not going to happen. In fact, I know this particular video that I've been filming here right now is not perfect. I've stumbled over some words. I've said some things in some wrong places. It's not perfect, but I'm not gonna refilm it because I gotta go downstairs and take care of my kids, and it's never gonna be perfect. This is also the part where I'm gonna talk about keywords, tags, SEO, ranking on YouTube, whatever you wanna call it. So listen in. YouTube has changed a lot over the last couple of years. And what YouTube is actually looking for to push to new people is videos that people click on, watch to the end, and get people to watch another video. You could literally have 0 tags on your video, and YouTube, when you upload that video, scans what you're saying. And YouTube's gonna put it out to some people. And if you get those people to click on your video because of your title and your thumbnail, you get people to watch your video because you had a good hook, and then you get them to watch another video, that is when YouTube is going to push your video to more people. That is even how you are going to rank on YouTube, because YouTube wants to push quality, great content to people, because YouTube makes more money the more content people watch, the longer people watch, and it has nothing to do with tags and SEO. Along that line, I also want to talk about building your channel based on search. I did this. I followed what they said a few years ago, and you know what happened? My channel was 90% non-subscribers because all of my traffic was coming from search traffic. What happens when you get traffic from search traffic? These are one-offers. They come, they watch your video, they get what they need, and they peace out because you gave them how-to content. They learn how to do something from that video, done. They don't have a reason to subscribe and come back to your channel, so you're not building a community of subscribers that want to watch every single video that you put out. That's why we talked about in P1, really figuring out who your target audience is, so you can talk about different types of content and not just blast how-to content. How-to content has a part in your overall YouTube strategy, but it is not your YouTube strategy, because you don't want a channel based on non-subscribers. Because if they're not subscribing to your channel, they're not gonna come back and watch more of your content. They're not gonna end up knowing, liking, and trusting you, and you're not gonna get them over into your business model, which is where you're really gonna make the money. So don't be focusing on just creating videos on keyword research and ranking your videos on YouTube, because that's ultimately going to kill your channel if you're not incorporating videos that make people wanna watch you time and time again. Videos that people can connect with you and be like, huh, that's interesting. I really like the way she says that. I'm gonna hit subscribe. Or, wow, she really relates to me. Like, that happened to me too. I'm gonna subscribe. That's the key here when it comes to a successful YouTube strategy. Got it? Okay, I'm about to share with you the third and final P, but before I do, I need to know you made it this far, all right? I want you to comment below, I got this, if you are finally starting to see how creating this YouTube process and how you could really get started on YouTube with everything that I've shared so far, because P3 is going to take you to that next level. Everything I shared with you so far, good to go. I want to know that it has resonated. So comment below, I got this, if you're ready to go all in with YouTube. All right, P3 is producing your videos. This is where we're gonna talk about things like filming, equipment, schedule, uploading, promotion. That is all part of P3 and the production phase of your YouTube videos. Now, before we figure out, your schedule and how this all works with probably a plate that you already have full of things that you need to do, you need to determine what is your upload schedule going to be, because I highly recommend when you decide to start on YouTube that you publish the same day and the same time, because you want to create a routine with your audience. It's like any television show, right? Friends back in the 90s was must-see Thursday TV every Thursday at 8 p.m., right? But that's how you want people to think about your content. So they're like, oh, Melissa has a video coming out Monday at 11 a.m. I'm gonna make sure I get my snack and I sit down and drink my tea watching her video. That's ultimately what you want people to do with this upload schedule. Then once you have an idea of when you're going to be publishing, then you can start backdating and planning how you can commit to this. Now, what I do that makes YouTube much more manageable for me, because I don't look like this on a normal basis, is I like to batch my videos. I like to film at least 3 to 4 videos in one sitting. If you're just doing one video a week, that means you've got all your content done for the month. Bam, only need to do your hair and makeup once a month. The way I batch is I will batch my video game plans first. So typically I will batch planning my videos on a Tuesday so that I have 4 game plans ready to go. And then on Wednesdays, the only thing I focus on is filming. I have found personally, it is hard for me to plan my videos and film in the same day because filming takes it out of me. And I need to give my all, have all my energy on a filming day. And so that's how I know Tuesdays, one day is planning my videos. It takes me about anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour to plan one video. And then to record a video, it takes me about 20 to 30 minutes to record. So from planning to recording, that's about an hour and a half. So once you realize, okay, how you're gonna start batching this, you've got to put it on your calendar. Because if you don't schedule it in, you're going to find a reason to not do it. And so you have to treat your planning day and your recording day as like a doctor's appointment. Like you cannot miss it, or like the appointment to pick up your kid from school, all right? You've got to get this on your calendar and you've got to start creating a routine and a system so that you're doing this every single time you need to create content, because you're going to grow on YouTube. You're going to see results from YouTube a lot faster if you are consistent. And that consistency can be 1 video a week, that consistency can be 2 videos a week, but you have got to be consistent to get results from YouTube, to make the time you're putting into these videos actually pay off. So let me share with you real quick the equipment that I use, because I've realized after trying things, you can see I have a fancy camera back there, the Canon M50 that I am not using. I need to make my tech as super simple as possible, otherwise I don't do videos. So I'm gonna pull up my phone to show you, you can literally film on your phone, because you're gonna get footage of this video on my phone. So we're gonna turn on the camera on the phone. We are filming from the phone, so this is footage from my phone. You can see that I am only shooting on a tripod with the Sony ZV-1 and a Rode mic. And I will have all of this linked in the description box below so that you can literally see on Amazon what I have purchased, but that is it. I do have a softbox light. Don't judge my messy room because I've been shooting YouTube videos all week. I have a softbox light that is hitting this angle from me because I have a very big window that is super bright right here that is giving me light on this side of my face. So I'm creating like a triangle of light, right? I'm at the point, I got the window bringing in light here, and I got the softbox light bringing in here, and that's all I need. I don't even have my ring light on right now to make this super simple. You also saw behind me, if we can turn around again, trying not to make you seasick. This on my computer is my video game plan. I have things highlighted. I have, the zoom large so that I can look at it. I'm not reading it like a teleprompter. I'm going through it chunks at a time. I'm pausing. I'm looking at my game plan. I'm recording. Actually, no, I don't ever turn off record. I just cut out those pauses, but I'm pausing, collecting myself. I'm personally pausing, not my video. I'm personally pausing, I'm collecting my thoughts, and then getting with the next section, and then pausing in the next section. And that's all the equipment that I have. I have thrown down blankets, again, super messy. I've thrown down blankets here to help with the audio because I do have a tile floor, but that's it. That's as fancy as I get right here. So don't overthink what audio or what video that you need to just get started. What I will say is probably important to have an investment in is a good microphone. That's why I have this Rode mic plugged into my camera so that it's just one file. I would recommend having good lighting as well, and you can seriously get that with a window. Like if I pick this camera up and I sit in front of the window, you're gonna see this is actually better lighting. You can see how much brighter my face is. You could put like a sheer curtain here so that it softens it a bit, but you really only need a window to get great lighting. I mentioned that I'm not recording this all at once. The video is recording at all times, but I'm looking at the camera, delivering pieces, taking a second, looking at my game plan, coming back here, delivering the next sentence or the next couple of sentences, pausing, looking, and that's how I record my content here on my videos because I can't do a one-take wonder. And I wanna make sure that I'm following my game plan over here. We're gonna also talk about video editing here as well, part of your production phase, but I don't want you to overthink editing when you're getting started. You could put up your video with very minimal video editing and see how it performs. Remember, I said audience retention is really important, but you can't predict what your audience retention is going to be. I've seen clients that do very minimal video editing and their audience retention is fantastic and they don't really need to do any more video editing than what they're doing. I've also seen clients that do a lot of video editing and they have really good audience retention. But you won't know until you get videos up on YouTube. So when you're starting with video editing, don't stress out about it. You know, maybe just add a couple edits when you're recording with your pauses. I used iMovie for a very long time when I got started. That is for Mac users. I then upgraded to Final Cut Pro, which is a Mac user app as well. If you are a PC user, Premiere Pro is available on Mac and PC. Camtasia, Filmora, DaVinci Resolve, I believe, is something that I hear a lot of people talk about as well for PC users. But don't overthink your video editing in the beginning. Just make it super simple, and that can be something that you can outsource later down the line. Once you have your video edited, then you're going to upload it. And instead of me going into detail here because we are already pretty long and I still gotta get to my pro tips fast round, I have an entire video on my upload routine. So I will link it up here, and that will also be down in the description box as well for you to watch after this to see literally every single step that I take to upload a video. All right, you ready for the pro tips? I'm getting there. There's just one more thing that I want to say. I'm going to be hosting a totally free training that goes into much more strategy behind building and starting a YouTube channel, specifically for business owners who are wanting to use YouTube to grow their audience, as in get YouTube viewers over to their SLO, their Tripwire, their email list. YouTube can be a major asset to your business, but you need to make sure you're making the YouTube algorithm happy as well as your business happy. And what we've found over the past year and a half of trying this particular strategy, this works. It is called our firework approach to YouTube. And I'm gonna be diving into specifically what this firework approach is, how it fits into your business, and how you can start implementing it so that you make YouTube happy, so YouTube shows your videos to new and more people, but you're also making sure that YouTube is sending people to your business as well. So go to trinalittle.com/training to get that workshop, because I'm telling you, this is like the full encompassing strategy. We talked about getting started here. The firework strategy, the firework approach to YouTube is the way to make it work to help you make more money and get more leads in your business. So head over there to watch that workshop. Okay, pro tip number one, let's talk about launching your channel, because if you build it, they will not come. So how should you launch your channel? So I don't think that you should put 4 videos up on YouTube in one day. That's kind of saturating yourself on YouTube. I would either put 1 video up a day for like 4 or 5 days and promote it. Talk about it. If you have an Instagram account, if you have an email list, if you have Facebook, tell those people to go watch that video. The more of your audience that you can get over to that video when it first goes live, the more YouTube can start to understand the types of people likely to watch your content. And then the algorithm can do its work and find more of those people. So if you have an audience already built in, use that audience and get them over to your YouTube channel immediately. It is going to speed up the process of the algorithm figuring out who you're creating content for. The next pro tip is look at your data. Look at your analytics once a week, once a month minimum, because YouTube wants you to be successful. If your videos are successful, they make more money. And so YouTube literally gives you all the data for free. So you really need to get into your analytics and understand what you are looking at, because that's gonna help your YouTube channel get to that next level. That's really gonna help you grow your channel much faster when you understand your analytics. And I wish I would have got out of my head that I'm not a numbers person, because analytics is a lot of numbers. And I wish I would have spent more time figuring out my analytics in the beginning of my YouTube channel journey. Pro tip number 3, find your unique approach. Absolutely, pretty much everything that we do, somebody else is doing it right now. But look at, because remember we talked about looking at people who were creating similar content to you, look at how they are approaching that content and figure out how you could approach it just a little bit differently, right? What is your own spin on it? How can you, give something different that they have not done? That's what's gonna help you break out of the noise, sharing your unique perspective and not just doing what they're doing, but giving your way of doing it and sharing why your way is different and better. Pro tip number 4 is don't wait to be perfect. Like, rip the Band-Aid off right now and get videos on YouTube, because you are going to wish, once you got started, that you started sooner. It can be messy. It doesn't need to be perfect. Most people aren't gonna see these first couple of videos. Nobody really watches my older videos, but you need to get started. You need to start exercising this muscle. You need to start creating a system and a process so that it grows. Your YouTube channel's not gonna grow without videos. So don't wait until everything's perfect, because I still don't think my videos are perfect, but I just get them up on YouTube. And if you really want to take YouTube to that next level and learn how I use the fireworks strategy to send leads to my list every single day, and how I use this strategy to make over $1,000 in just one day from one video, make sure you sign up for that free training at trinalittle.com/training, and I will see you there.